Well, this morning we're going to be working on this double trunk Chinese elm. And this is the front. I kind of assumed this was the front, but anyway, I'll be working on this. Generally speaking, we don't make a whole lot of double trunk or triple trunk because most people cannot handle it. But I tend to like it. And this one here caught my eye when I was looking around for something to demo. Well, you know, when you're in the business, you can't afford to fall in love with anything because you're going to sell it. And I've never had a problem. Well, I try to make as good a tree as possible and go ahead and sell it. Some people, they can't part with things. So, well, then you should not get into business. But this one, I don't know. Some trees just catch your eye, and then I say, I like this one here. So, am I going to hold on to it? No, I'm going to see if I can make it into a more perfect tree, and hopefully somebody will buy it. And if you cannot have that attitude, then don't get into the business of bonsai. And I think I told you I had a great teacher, Mr. Komai. He was the best teacher I think ever. But he could not part with his trees. So his business was not very great. But here, anything is for sale. And I'm constantly trying to make the best I can. It's more of a personal challenge than anything else. So you can see that I'm starting to get that basic shape back in here. And yeah, a lot of the big growth that came out was all last year's growth that I had to cut back. So the secondary tree is more or less done, which is backwards what you usually do. Usually you start with the number one tree, but most of you probably noticed that I don't do anything normally, right? Yeah, occasionally you get one that it really works out well and you remember it. I still remember that near perfect olive that I sowed. Hopefully it's still healthy, but I can't worry about it because it's been sold. But that one, if you want to know what I'm talking about, go back about 3 years under Goodbye Old Friends series. And that one did go, I think, to the Bay Area. It was rather pricey. That's why it has to go to kind of the ritzy area of the state. Occasionally, I have people ask me, where am I? Well, you know, because I've always been here, I don't think about it too much. But I'm in this little town of Newcastle in Northern California. From Sacramento, it's about 40 miles. If you're on the way to Reno and Lake Tahoe, I'm off the freeway about 10 miles. And I'm not open every day. I'm only open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, usually 10:30 to 3, although I could make exceptions if I know for sure somebody needs to come a little bit later. Well, I used to be open till 5, but now, as I'm getting older, I like to take my nap. What can I say? Besides, it was not many people coming after 3 anyway, so I changed it. And so, anyway, and anything and everything here is for sale. There's nothing that is, well, let me say, if I think it's not in perfect health, I will not sell it. A lot of times in the fall, deciduous tree does some funny things, and then I'll tag it, and then I won't sell that until spring, and then it comes out normally. Because sometimes it's hard to tell whether it's gone deciduous normally or it died. So other than that, yeah, anything and everything here is for sale. In fact, if some of you out there want to start your own nursery or enhance your nursery, I'm willing to sell out my inventory partially or wholly. Yeah, the more I work on this tree, the more I'm liking it. You can see, right? This is our first branch. This is a rough bark, but it almost looks like it could be a cork, but I don't think it's a true cork. I've seen the cork ones and they're a little more corky. This one here is kind of a interesting branch, but I think this is our permanent, or is this the permanent? Maybe this is the permanent. Well, when you can't decide, you better kind of keep both of them for now. Yeah, location-wise, probably better here. This is a little low. So, let's cut this off, huh? Like I was saying, I'm really liking this tree more and more that I work on it, which is kind of a thrilling. You know, nothing worse than, oh my God, this is a terrible tree. What am I doing with this? Well, I have a few of those too. But then occasionally, you know, for a couple of years you're going, oh, this is a terrible looking tree. What am I going to do with this? And then you turn around and all of a sudden it's found or new look that is exciting. So don't give up on any material, at least for a while. Remember my ugly duckling? That was, oh, it was real early in my career. I had this pine that was hopeless. So I tried a new technique. And then it turned out to be one of the best pines I had. It was very popular. And finally got sold, of course. But yeah, so that was an example of, okay, what I'm thinking right here is this part. It's awfully big in relation to this. These are equal, so I think I'm gonna have to take it off. I thought about short, but I think it's still too big. But what it was doing was helping to heal this, right? This growth and this growth was helping to heal that. But I think location-wise is good, but the size is too big. So I'm gonna take it off and let the new shoot take its place. And on the elm, it's not a problem. It comes back with a vengeance anyway. And so, yeah, I like that better. And then goes up this way. Well, we'll probably need to work on this apex in this season, but I think I'm really beginning to like this tree. Okay, as always, we look at the root flare, which is good. We got movement and taper. It could be a little bit better up here on the transition, but not bad. I think a little bit more work on the second tree, but it's coming right along. And this might be the front. I'm not sure at this point. But anyway, I thought I'd show you this double trunk rough bark Chinese elm. Now, some of you still making the comment that you want a better resolution to my videos. Well, I'm shooting everything in high def, but because I have no decent Wi-Fi out here, it takes me, on a good day for a 15-minute video, it'll take about 20 minutes. And on a bad day, or when the signal's weak, it takes me an hour and a half. As I sign off, I want to explain why you can't get really crisp videos. I'm uploading to YouTube on standard because I don't have a decent Wi-Fi. To upload a 15-minute, if I'm lucky, I could do it in 20-30 minutes. But unluckily days, it takes me hour and a half. That's with the standard setting. So I'm afraid to put it on higher. So I'm still waiting for civilization to come out to this countryside, and then I'll be able to upload in a much higher definition. All my cameras are high def and 4K capable, but where it gets lost is in the upload. Okay, anyway, this is Hero saying goodbye. This has been the double trunk rough bark Chinese elm.